what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman asks, why do men get upset when I give them sex too easily? Let's get it.
I try to understand that whole man thing where it's like they like sex, but they don't want to get it too easily. But when I compare it to something I like, I just can't make it make sense. Like, I like money, right? I've never been mad that somebody gave it to me too easily. Like, doesn't it feel more satisfying when you work for it? No.
Wow. Interesting topic. Short video, guys. So let's talk about this real quick. She says, hey, I like money. And if someone gave me a bunch of money, I wouldn't be upset that I got it too easily. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of an article I read recently that talked about how men experience satisfaction by setting goals and achieving those goals, right? That they find fulfillment in that. Men in particular, more than women. So I could see why a man can be a little bit disappointed if the chase is too easy, but I don't know, man. I've never had a guy complain about getting the cheeks, but I have had men say, you know what? She was kind of easy. And for them, that was a red flag. When a man says that usually is coupled with other things that he can sense from you that usually might point to you maybe being a 304. But of course, the women chimed in on why they think men want to work for sex. First comment here says, it's not about getting it or not. They want to feel they made you do something you did not want to. Wow. It's about a control issue, a manipulation tactic. Men are evil. Next comment here from another woman says, it's because they're insecure. She says they have zero self-worth. So they assume that if you're giving it to them easily, you're giving it to everyone else easily. I hate that I agree with this comment. Not the zero self-worth, guys, but the comment about like assuming that if you're assuming that a chick is giving sex to you easily doesn't always mean that she's doing that for other men. And the guys that understand this the most are men who have game. People hate that word, especially the guys that don't have game. They're typing right now. Game, F that. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Shit, you guys are... Listen, the guys that understand women understand this because they've figured out their cheat code. The doomers, the guys that think there's no hope, you can't get laid possibly today. They refuse to work on themselves. They refuse to learn how to attract women. Right? I have plenty of resources on my website, chishazed.com. They're angry that you even want to teach them how to seduce a woman. Those guys find it really hard to understand this. And I'll explain why. Guy who has game and knows how women work knows that women do sleep with some men on the first date, but most of them don't do that with most of the men who they come in contact with. It's usually men who know how to turn them on, who have game. The guy who it barely happens to, I'm talking about the guy who has to simp, who has to put the woman on a pedestal, who has to spend hella money on her before she gives him any box. That guy, the day that a woman just gives it up, he looks at her like, what? I didn't even have to do anything. You must be a 304. Not the case. Not the case. And I'll tell you this too. Women know this so well that if they sense that you are the guy who doesn't usually get that you're not used to a woman being sexual with you on like after a first date, if she decided like I find this guy very attractive, they will wait it out just to avoid the judgment from you when she would have given it up to you before. But to the guy who she senses is like, this guy, he's not going to be surprised if I let him hit after this first date. It's like a no judgment zone to him, right? The guys are definitely judging him and putting him in a certain category. But the truth is, he just understands female nature. He understands that every woman, most women today, if you present yourself accordingly, not just if she just finds you physically attractive, but if you present yourself accordingly, tap into that masculine energy, know what to say, then the chances are high that she will let you bust those cheeks. This next comment from another woman reads, well, if money comes easy, it usually goes easy. But money always comes easy to a man who knows how to make money. To a man who's figured out how to make money easy, money always comes easy, right? So, right, now entrepreneurs, businessmen. Comment goes on to say, so maybe it's the fear that if they can get you easily, they can lose you just as easy. Yeah, that's thinking a little bit too deep into it. In today's culture, a long-term relationship, maintaining a relationship is very different from actually getting laid, right? That's the easy thing to do today. But I guess you can also look at it from the perspective of, are you looking for a long-term relationship versus are you just looking for a fling? And today it really depends on what stage that woman is in her life. Next comment from another woman says, and I refuse to buy before I try. Laugh out loud. Damn. Like I'm not gonna fall in love only to find out the D isn't good. I feel you. This right here, this is a problem, right? Women who put too much emphasis on the D. Another woman here says, I don't know when people give it up easily. It's usually for a reason. Another person responded back to that chick and said, give what up? Give what? Give? I'm confused. And someone else here says, how much they paying you? Like Misha. So basically, bringing down the first chick. Another woman here says, work for it in quotation marks, but they don't want to plan dates. They don't want to spend money, with the shrug emoji. Next comment from another woman says, I need us to realize that when none of the logic makes sense, sometimes the answer is just that. They're bad people. And I don't think that's right either. Someone else added and says, bingo. And the last comment in this thread says, same, men aren't noble at all. No values, discipline, or morals. Then act as if it's their place to be more judge of women when it comes to sex. Next comment thread starts out with this comment that reads, it pushes their ego when they achieve it, I guess. And she's talking about when they achieve sex. Someone else responded back to her and says, they see us as trophies and it shows. Last comment here says, you spelled manipulate their way into wrong. It's called having game, right? And the last few comments here read, we like the adventure around it. And somebody responded back to him and said, grapist. Oh, Jesus. What a crazy world we live in. Curious to know what you guys think. Comment down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.